Hello, wonderful people. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. And we are with this week's update on UpLift DAO. And I am joined by my fellow council member, Alex. Hi, Alex.
Hey. Hey.
And of course, our most recent recruit, Shaila, one of our most valuable recruits, the community manager, the community leader, because this is what the DAO is. DAO is all about the community. And Shaila has some amazing updates in store for all of us, all the amazing work that we will be doing with the community, for the community, getting all of you more and more engaged with every day, because this is what we need. We have this amazing, and we were just chatting before the call, we have this amazing green field of the community, super active, but we need to mine it more and more for raw diamonds and then polish them and just be, send the lift token to the moon. That's what we're here about. I come from the oil and gas industry. That's why all this mining terminology, don't confuse it with crypto mining terminology, but here we are. Hi, Shaila, do you want to start with the amazing updates for us? And I think Alex needs to start the presentation.
Of course. Hi. Good to be here again this week, and I've got some exciting updates all ready for you. So you may have noticed on the Telegram announcement channel that we posted a recent video. It's like of a new style, and I love it. It's very polished and it looks very good and it's easy to digest, and it's essentially the how to KYC video. So expect to see a bunch of those regularly coming on the announcement channel and on the new Telegram channel, which a group which I'm about to tell you about in a moment. So that's the kind of style that we're looking for, and that's the kind of information that we're hoping to provide the community on a regular basis. So the exciting thing that we've got now is that I've actually set up a Telegram group, and very soon I'm going to be posting it on the announcement channel so that everybody can start joining into that channel, start your chatter. We're going to have some admins in there. Now, the admins that we've recruited are people who are emotionally and financially invested in UpLift. So they've got this personal passion for UpLift, and that's what we need. That's what we need in our community. So we want to embrace those people. We want to nurture those people. So if you think you're one of those people, then please get in touch and let us know. If you want to become part of our community team, community admin, please let us know. We are looking for ambassadors. We are looking for those trendsetters that are going to help us drive UpLift forward. And again, if you've got any ideas of how you want to grow the community, how we could engage with other communities, if you've got any projects in mind that you think that we should have on our platform, we need you to please speak up. So as soon as you're in that channel, you can, voice your opinions. You can email me at shaila@uplift.io if you want to contact me directly, and please voice those opinions. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to represent you as our community members. So let's work together and let's get the wheels turning. So like I said, we're going to have a lot more educational videos. Again, if you've got anything in particular that you want me to address, let me know. In addition to that, we're going to have documentation. By documentation, I don't mean anything like long and boring. Going to make it easy, digestible, and helpful. Okay, where possible, we're going to try and translate those into different languages to make it more inclusive, so that it's more accessible to more people. And for future plans, what we're doing is working on ambassador incentive program, also working on how we can make the referral program a bit more accessible to everybody so that you can get more people involved. And we're also going to be launching our Discord channel in the new year, and we'll have more of a structure and outline of how you as a community can take part and really drive UpLift forward. So they're the exciting community updates I've got for you today. And I think now it's over to Alex.
Yeah, with the second part of our presentation. But before we do that, I just wanted to say how much we appreciate Shaila joining us, because basically it was like we, over a couple of months, were trying to figure out all of these plans, all of these directions, and it was a bit chaotic. And then Shaila joined a team. She researched for like one day and gave us an outline, a structured, time-based outline what would she do? How would she structure a community? And it was basically everything that everyone suggested, but basically from her point. So we like the vision, and we like the incredible work that she did with team, and she just expanded, right? I believe we have our first admin in our future group. That's incredible. So more good things to come. Thank you so much. The second part of our presentation, I'll let perhaps Irina get you all much more excited, and it's the IDO part. So in this part, me and Irina would go over a lot of things, like what's the IDO, how would it be structured, both when it comes to phases and timelines, and just generally. I think we should just start deep dive in the details. What do you think?
Absolutely, very exciting. Our first IDO. Look forward to seeing everyone participating, but that's just the first one, right? We need to iron out a few kinks with the KYCs and other processes, and we have a huge deal flow prepared. Let's just, iron out this process, and then the next one, and the next one will be almost like, natural for all of us.
Yeah, definitely. So this is how we see the IDO timeline. We would go over each and every step that's outlined within this slide. It starts with a KYC, then you basically register for the IDO/apply to be within whitelist, pass a lottery. If you did it successfully, you can participate in exclusive round, which means that you're the first one to get the chance to buy some tokens. Then goes the open round that tries to sell everything that's not sold during the exclusive round. We call this IDO, by the way. This is the pre-sale itself. And when everything stops, either when time comes to unlock the tokens, or when we are sold out, we do the TG, right? A TG means that tokens that you've bought are available. They behave according to a vesting schedule, so it might not be 100% of those tokens, but some of them will definitely be there. I would not delve on it for too long right now. Let's just take a more scoped in approach with regards to each and every stage. And this is probably the most important one. Before you do anything, you need to stake. You need to go to a staking page. You need to stake UpLift. You should aim at around minimum of 100 USD, BUSD, mind you, evaluation, and hold it to get a staking power. And I believe the explanation is required. What the hell is actually staking power? So the staking power is your stake over time. For us, it's key to create a culture where people stake and hold our tokens. And if you say where to stake 100 tokens for 1 second and would want to join the IDO, I think it would be a bit unfair to each and every other person. So we created this concept of staking power, which means that you staked for 7 days. After 7 days, you get the amount of staking power equivalent to your stake. Now, small takeaway is, for our first IDO, which is UMinter, we're gonna have a 2-day period, because we understand that people are getting accustomed with all of those mechanisms, and we don't want a lot of confusion, even though we know it's probably gonna be there, but we want to make this process as seamless as possible. I'm going to give you an example of how staking power actually works. So for example, you join a platform, you stake 100 UpLift, you get 5% booster for various reasons, And this means that you have your 100 multiplied those by 105%, which grants you 105 staking power after 7 days in staking. So after 7 days, you'll be able to claim this staking power and use it to participate in the IDOS. So then comes the spicy part, right, Irina? So the KYC part. You need to pass the identity verification, and KYC is a joint effort of us and our KYC provider. So we definitely take time to make it as seamless as possible. Some issues arise because people just do the photos with a lot of lighting in that. Some issues arise on our KYC provider side. Some issues arise from our side, and we kind of work together, having daily calls scheduled to make sure that KYC process is beautiful.
And also, let me clarify here. The KYC requirement is pretty much universal across the world. Authorities are insisting on that to make sure that no money laundering is happening, that there's no other illegal activities happening. So this is imposed on the crypto community by the old financial institutions. And if you heard me speaking anywhere, you know my points of view when it comes to all financial institutions, and we are here to disrupt that. But for now, we have to play by the rules because we have to basically comply with the existing rules. But we are here to change the rules, to amend the rules in the future. For now, we have to do this, and I have gone through the KYC process. Alex have gone through the KYC process, so this is should be a painless exercise. Just use a little bit of a street wits how to do that. And another thing is to clarify: we do not keep your KYC data. The KYC provider, who's regulated and licensed in their respective jurisdictions, they keep all of the data, because that is also quite sensitive, right? I do not want my passport and my address floating around in the internet. The KYC provider, they have all the cybersecurity provisions in place, and they keep that, and they're the data controller. There's various privacy rules and regulations around the world, and they control this private data which applies to you. So I want you to be assured and sleep safely. Neither Alex, nor I, nor Shaila have access to your private information, and we don't want that, because your private information is your private information. In the same way, we don't want our private information to be floating around. So this is something we have to do. And this is something so many of you have already done. Kinks are being ironed out, and hopefully that process will become smoother and smoother down the road. But then, of course, so we have a contract with the best KYC provider out there available. We interviewed and audited so many of them, so we picked the best of the best. So let's just work together with them, have some patience, and we've asked them for some patience with us, and let's just have it done.
Yep. And so actually, even though we like to talk about KYC, it took me like 20 seconds to pass it. So I believe we should just jump to another slide. This is a thing. Let's go to the next thing. Whitelisting. Whitelisting is your chance to register for a certain IDO. Basically, you see the IDO that you like, you tap the participate in whitelist, join whitelist, whatever, and you basically get registered there. Why do we have this process? Because we need to anticipate the demand. Based on that demand, we're gonna have a potential of our next step, which is a lottery. And the lottery is, again, more of the spicy topics. Irina wanted to talk about lottery because she apparently gets angry when I say win a lottery ticket. Please elaborate.
So when we talk about lottery, let's not get confused with the lottery. You go into your nearest 7-Eleven, buy it and scratch, and you're winning either a car or £1 million or $1 million. Let's not get confused with this lottery, right? Because that lottery is a regulated business, and it's basically gambling. And as we all know, when you gamble, the only people who win is the house, right? So very few people win, but so many people participate in gambling. So I personally have a little bit of an issue with that, and the regulators all over the world have issue with that because, you know, for the same very reason, you know, you don't want your money to be gambled away. But here, when we talk about lottery, we're literally talking about a chance to participate, to get that winning ticket to participate in the IDO. And why this is quite a common tool in the crypto and blockchain industry. So we're not the first ones doing it and not the last ones. It's quite a common tool to do that because the demand for very, very hot IDOs are huge. And if you only knew how much we are fighting for the allocation. What is an allocation? So for example, an IDO project has 1 million tokens to give away, or 1 million tokens in their project, and they have a small allocation for venture funds, they have small allocation for IDO platforms, and they try to, let's say, have 2 or 3 IDO platforms. So we are fighting for as big of an allocation for us as we possibly can. We twist in their arms, we don't ask what we have to do. But we're doing that in order to get a bigger allocation for our community, because the bigger allocation we have, the more of our community can participate. But also allocations are limited, right? Because this is not fiat currency where you can just print unlimited as much amounts as you like. This is quite, the projects have limited tokens, just like as UpLift have limited tokens, because the whole idea is to be a deflationary asset, not an inflationary asset. So when this lottery is a tool to incentivize most active, most loyal participants of the UpLift project. And basically, the more loyal you are, the more chances are there to get more lottery tickets, to participate in more IDOs, and in return to receive, better allocations and to receive better return on your so-called investment into UpLift DAO. This is which I would think it's a very logical approach, right? The more you are invested personally into UpLift DAO, the more UpLift DAO gives back to you.
And I guess I'm gonna go in detail. So how we decided to structure our initial iteration of a lottery. So you've got a staking power. We asked you, hey, can you please stake? Right? Hey, can you get the staking power? All right, you got it. And we say that there's an exchange rate of some amount of staking power to a ticket, to a lottery ticket. Now, for now, again, this value may change. 100 staking power is 1 ticket, and 1 win in a lottery gives you 500 BUSD allocation. So this means that the more staking power you have, the more tickets you have for a lottery. So the higher your chance is to actually win a lottery. And this is how basically your stake affects your chances and your just general chances to both participate and increase your allocation. We also decided to limit the maximum amount of tickets to be 20, which is about 10,000 BUSD in allocation, because it's key for projects to have a lot of different investors. They don't probably want to have one investor holding 90% of the token supply. So that's the number. That's the number. And if you won the lottery, or if there's the round which is open and you can just still participate and buy tokens, you need to get BUSD. So projects would receive BUSD in exchange for their tokens. And we decided to go with BUSD because I believe it's been officially audited by Binance and one-to-one backed. to the actual dollar, which is great. Why not? You can withdraw BUSD to your Binance Smart Chain, which is often called BEP20 address on multiple exchanges. We would be linking official articles that outline how to actually do that soon. And of course, you can, hey, just get some BNB and swap them out on PancakeSwap or any decentralized exchange into the BUSD. All right. So here comes the exciting part, right? The exclusive rounds of our IDO, which is available only for the lucky winners with this lottery tickets. It's gonna last usually about 24 hours, even though sometimes we might adjust. Or it can be ended when all of the tokens are sold out. So basically, having won a lottery gives you a chance, which might be unique chance to buy project tokens. But if for some reason there are still tokens left, we do the second part of our IDO, which is the open round. Open round is available for each and every person who passed the KYC and staked at least 100 worth of lift, which gets you 100 staking power. It starts 24 hours after exclusive round, and you can participate there. The total amount that you need to buy across 2 rounds is limited to 10,000 BUSD for now. After the pre-sale finishes, we go into the TG stage. And I believe I now wanted to talk more about what is the actual TG, what does it mean? Please do.
Yes, for the new kids in crypto, TG, token generation event, and this is what crypto likes. We like creating abbreviations, we like creating our own jargon to sound all exciting. I don't know why, but TG, token generation event. And what that means is actually when a project mints their token and makes it available on a decentralized exchange, DEX, decentralized exchange, as opposed to centralized exchange, CEX. So during the token generation event, the tokens are becoming publicly available, and which means you can sell the available tokens which have been vested to you, or you can buy more. For example, you really, really like that project and you participated in the IDO, and you actually want to get more of that, so you can go to a decentralized exchange where this particular project is listed and get more of these tokens. Another term I think we need to mention is the vesting. The tokens that are allocated during the IDO phase have a vesting schedule, meaning that you don't get all of the tokens at once. You get tokens distributed throughout the vesting schedule, and some projects have different vesting schedules, and all of that information will be available for all of those who are participating. So why do we have a vesting? Why do we have a vesting schedule? Why do we have a TGE? Just think about that. If you're just come back to traditional world, you're publicly listed, you're a company and you're trying to get publicly listed. So you go and list on NASDAQ exchange in New York. So think of that listing as a token generation event. The shares are becoming publicly available. And also then think about what happened with Uber. So many early investors dumped the shares on retail investors during the Uber IPO. So the moms and pops who participated in the IPO process actually lost the money, but the early venture capitalists, they actually made the money on those retail investors, which is For me, that's quite an unfair that's quite an unjust system. Why would grandmas and moms and pops who are investing in the IPO make money for the early venture capitalists? But that's the system we're living. So to avoid that in our processes, there is a vesting period to make sure that the big guys don't dump on the small guys. It becomes more equitable system to participate and to make sure that the tokens don't, that the project does not collapse down the road, that the project has a quite a good chance of sustaining and developing and growing.
Mm-hmm. And by the way, we're actually quite strict with our process right now, both on the contract side and on the investment analysis side. So basically we say that, hey, there should be only tokens lying within this wallet until ATG event. So they can absolutely not be tradable at all anywhere. And this is one of the key benefits of participating in the IDO, because you get more tokens at the discounted price. And we expect a certain specific amounts of liquidity ranges, because we model the stuff. We intend to see how the token would behave and so on and so forth. So basically at TG, the token's gonna be available on DEX. It may be a lot of different exchanges, both on Binance Smart Chain or on any other network. Then you're going to get a percentage of tokens. We assume that you're going to get some percentage immediately. This is what we usually arrange with other projects to do, because I mean, this is the TGE, this is the first time of listing. Of course, you should have some tokens immediately. Then the other parts of your tokens would be vested over some time according to a well-known schedule that we're going to announce, and well, it would be public everywhere. And moreover, you would get your Lyft referral bonuses. So you would be able to get Lyft if you refer to multiple people who participate. So actually, if you decided to, for example, skip this project, you can get still benefits from Lyft. If some of the guys that you've invited decided to go with it and just join the project. So this is how it works. I added this asterisk down below, and it states that some projects, they're not going to be on Binance Smart Chain, and there they might require some additional steps. For example, with the new project that we're going to have, you'll actually click, you'll be redirected to this UpLift to UMinter bridge. Well, you'll be able to connect your NEAR account and withdraw directly on NEAR, and you would make well basically all of the guides what is the NEAR exchange, how to create NEAR accounts, publicly available before you do that. Don't worry. And I believe this slide we just again remind you about our first IDO project, which is UMinter, which is the NFT platform and a mobile wallet that they tried to make approachable, not only for the crypto guys, but for the usual audience. There's a lot of cool stuff there. Please take a good read. The token is UMint. We're gonna sell about 1 million UMint tokens. Well, not about exactly, actually. The token price is 1.65 BUSD, which means that we're raising 1.6 mil BUSD. IDO starts on December 16th, and the token would be publicly tradable on December 20 at 15 GMT. So please make sure that the time zone is correct. This is probably first 30 minutes after the TG is probably the most important time for you to remember, guys. And down below is a vesting schedule that says 10% of the tokens that you bought would be unlocked immediately, so you will be able to use that in any way you like. And then there would be a vesting. There would be cliff, and there would be vesting. Phew. I think that's it.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And we are very excited to participate to our first IDO, and the first of very many. And that's That's what we're here for, to create amazing deal flow of amazing project and to turn every uplifter in a blockchain business angel. Because think about it, what are we doing here? We are supporting baby projects that are launching, and each and one of you is a business angel that makes a project, makes the project come into reality. And we support the projects also from the point of view of the financial, because as we all know, you can't start a business without the financial backing. But we're also supporting each of the project with the community, right? Because just as UpLift DAO needs and has and enjoys the amazing community, all the baby projects that are launching on our platform, they need an amazing and great and fantastic community. So we are, think of us as this, crypto business angels, spawning and supporting and growing other crypto businesses and supporting them early in the stages and enjoying the benefits along the road. That's what we're here for. And thank you very much for being part of UpLift DAO.
Beautifully said. Beautifully said. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. More excited news to come this week, by the way. We're having this internal talks with guys, and I believe next week we're going to have something truly special. Right?
Fantastic.
Let's keep it a secret. All right. See you next
let's keep some more information for next week. Otherwise, we'll overload everyone. Thank you so much, Alex. Thank you so much, Shaila. Amazing updates, and see you all next week.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.